We've got 2 games left of the FC Pro Open for the 2025 season before our grand final. If you're Open, are you watching this, or are you locked away?
I would. I remember Levy saying earlier that he didn't even watch the previous round.
Yep.
For me, I think you kind of have to, though. You just want to see what your opponent does, because, again, if it's repetitions that you could maybe adapt to, it might help you in that last game.
I'm just having a look at the chat as well. There's a lot of LJR fans, and I don't know if it's LJR fans or people who want to see Anders lose.
Anders, you don't know. I'm an Anders fan. I think that the eSport needs characters like Anders. It's box office. You need that stuff. You need personalities and people that offer something in front of camera. I feel like Anders is perfect.
Yeah, I mean, we were just waiting, aren't we? Just having a look around. Can you get a glimpse of the screen?
I feel like it's just started.
Yeah, we are. We're underway. LJR Peixoto kicking from left to right in the orange strip. And Anders Vejrgang from right to left, all in white.
Oh, that's on as well. Yeah, just onside. Noticed as well with LJR's team with the pinged pass in midfield. Douglas Luiz, Vitinha, first-time passes. You can driven it into Sauer for a first-time through, but we saw that in the previous round as well.
Anders coming forward here. He's so deadly in these areas. His timing of runs is superb. And within the first couple of minutes, he goes 1-0 up.
Yeah,
Talk to me about this, like, the technical dribbling, and then he's constantly waiting. We saw it at the back end of last season.
Exactly that.
At the FC Pro World Championships. What is he doing? Because it used to be step over, step over, step over. Now he's adapted.
Yeah, the controlled sprint here. He just takes his time and waits for you to make the mistake. Once you pull a defender out of position, you're going to get punished 9 times out of 10. And Anders is the best in the game for it, in my opinion.
It was an early goal against Abu Maka in the quarter-finals that set him on his way. A 6-2 victory against the Falcons man. LJR Peixoto next in line for our world champion. He was so close last season. And I can see a few people in the chat as well asking about the Mystery Nation, okay? It's England. Lock in. It's time for a semi-final, okay? Humza, come on LJR. Anders going to win all. And it certainly looks that way at the moment.
Shot cancel was nice there from Anders.
Francisco saying Anders is going to be the champion. Barcelona _SL. Peixoto to win. He's certainly the underdog in this game.
Yeah, I would agree in terms of underdog, but it's such a tough game because the way Anders is playing, once he's in full flow, you kind of want to catch him first game of the day. Once he starts to kick on, he's very, very difficult to stop.
Wins the ball high up the pitch once again. A couple of step overs coming on from Thierry Henry. Good defending from LJR, stepping in with McManaman. You're looking for that first time over the top through ball.
There's no support though, unless you look at Sauer to recycle the play here. Good step from Anders.
He's running it back. Mo Salah Team of the Year variant. Can open up that finesse shot, but he chose to go inside through Sauer.
The way Anders player switches, just chooses the right person, steps at the right time is fantastic work.
Recycling onto the edge. Douglas Luiz into Henry. Green timed! 11 minutes gone. Anders leads 2-0.
Got Pie Face in the crowd giving out balls as well, signed by the players, but more importantly, Anders, 2-0, the through ball in behind. R9 Ronaldo has to recycle play here, does well to get into the box, and again, the driven pass into Henry, green timed. And it's a great, great start from Anders in this game. I just love the way he pep talks himself. Yeah, he just speaks to himself right the whole game.
You're doing that undertone.
He's not stop talking about him. I can see him staring at me.
That chatter, that is Anders talking to himself. And is it motivating? Is it?
Yeah, he's been doing it since he came into the scene.
Did you used to talk?
Nah, maybe that's why I know. Maybe that's
why you're real.
Yeah, but yeah, Anders he's a dangerous player, honestly. I'll be honest, my prediction of today, I'll be open and honest, I said it would be a Levy-Anders final, and Levy would win.
You get half right.
Well,
yeah. Predictions aren't our strong point. Really.
Yeah, not been the the greatest prediction.
Ooh, the referee pulls it back for the free kick. Douglas Luiz has stepped over it. And
This shooting range for me. You take the shot here, Rich?
let's score this, mate.
I feel like you have to shoot it.
He's got a player on the line, meaning that everyone's going to be onside. Changed it a couple of times. Now Douglas Luiz over it. See that line extended, but not all the way. Looks like Debo Silva. Whipped, 3 bars of power, up and over the wall! And back in the game is LJR Peixoto! Brilliant free kick.
You have to take it. It's in dangerous territory. A free kick there is a very good opportunity to score. LJR needed that straight back into the game. You'll see it. Douglas Luiz stepping up, puts just over 3 bars of power, and the pace of the ball there, whip over the defender on the line. You can't stop it. I feel like free kicks this year, in those situations, it's more the player taking it, making the mistake of maybe too much power, too little power, different type, than the person defending it doing something great, if that makes sense.
Even with a player on the line, if the free kick's good and the power's good, it goes in.
Yeah.
And we saw that on Grav's R3 that he did not too long ago, only a couple of weeks ago. You find it on the FC Pro social media channel still. Since that, I did concede a couple more free kicks as well, so I think got Grav to thank for that. 2-1 here. This is your FC Pro Open semi-final, number 2. Oberon is waiting in the grand final, but who will join him? Anders Vejrgang looking to bounce back. Wins himself the corner, whip straight in. Haaland with the bicycle kick, and it flashes wide of the upright.
What Anders done really well there is that he was with Elise, kind of knew he was going to lose possession, and he just presses tackle straight away. So the defender for LJR there can't really do anything. You're already under pressure from a tackle animation.
Ooh.
Big mistake. Hold on.
He's just waiting for an opportunity to open up to play out with the back, but if it wasn't for Rudiger and that block plus coming in, could have found himself 3-1 down. The corner's whipped in, Rudiger with it. Does he have options going forward? Vitinha, not really the player that you want to be the furthest attacker forward. Player look down the line. Theo Hernandez comes across, pinged pass inside. Mo Salah with the player look to Sauer. Cantona, extra pass to Leao. Buffon there for Anders. The build-up was perfect. Douglas Luiz, again Buffon stands it to be accounted for. This is a good period of pressure. Player look into the box. Van Dijk once again calling Buffon's number.
Knocking at the door, surely.
Douglas Luiz, Cantona. He's got that pinged pass in the locker, but it's good defensive work from Anders. And could there be a counter?
2-1-2 almost.
Coming up the other way. Just slow it down ever so slightly. Still has players out of position though. There's LJR from the attacking corner. Anders can't quite capitalise on it. Since that free kick's been scored, he's done well to
Extremely well, yeah.
build.
Because we've seen in previous rounds that even Oberon against Jafonso, you can see the second, the third, the game can get away from you before you even blink.
Mo Salah, he is so quick down this right-hand side. Trivela cross, superb from LJR Peixoto, and finds himself back in the game.
Fair enough, it was coming. I have to be honest, the knocking on the door and you see the crowd, how much that means. They're big fans of LJR to win this game. For Anders, still a long way.
Talk about Salah, it's all Salah this.
Absolutely, powers down the line then, gets past the tackle. The outside of the boot cross there is beautiful, and then you have to do the work in the box to aim it. Fantastic goal.
Is that maybe an avenue that he could get in? Theo Hernandez on that side, rapid plus Salah.
Do you know what the crazy thing is, especially with what we've seen today from LJR? He plays like he's from in Fuma with the first time through balls. We haven't really seen much of that. So if he's scoring like this, and then we said it off camera, he's gonna score one when it's the first time through ball. It's just a matter of when. So if he's still scoring from other avenues, only take it as a positive.
2-2. Maybe not the game Anders expected when he went 2-0 up inside the opening 10. R9 inside the box, the driven pass. Well defended. Stepped in with Virgil van Dijk, and see both of those central midfielders or the deep line playmakers for him. Pinged pass plus.
Yeah.
Able to break the thirds more effectively with that play style. Nearly twisted him inside and out. Player lock teased with Cantona. That's going to fall nicely for him. And Mo Salah just can't quite get away from Theo Hernandez. Cantona reads the pass. LJR with the chance. Howard gets in front.
Just about. Oh my God.
Anders just about plays himself out.
Yeah, LJR has really found a way back into this game, even just suppressing the force of errors there.
Anders comes forward with a chance. It's again that Rudiger just putting himself in the way. What you made of this first 33?
But obviously, that through ball was on with a triggered run. The first half has been obviously the start. When Anders went 2-0 up, I felt it could have been a nasty game for LJ. He's done really, really well to come back into it. Could argue he maybe should be in front. Bit of fortune there for Anders, blocked by Rudiger there again.
Oh, what a lovely pass, just into the heart of that defence. The way that Peixoto was defending, though, is it viable? A lot of blocks, a lot of last-ditch sort of tackles on the edge. Anders presses way high up the pitch and wins it higher up in the attacking third. It's going to be a free kick. You would imagine referee does play advantage, and LJR happy to do it.
First time through ball, he doesn't get it that time.
Real fascinating game here, starting to unravel before our eyes. Feels very, very end-to-end, even though the score's only 2-2.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you which way this game will go. Could not tell you. First time through ball again, doesn't manage to get behind the defensive line, but you can just see how quickly he can turn defense into attack. Just 2 passes and then he's potentially in on goal.
And even if it is defended,
it's still scary because you have to follow it every time now.
Yeah, he's laid the seed.
Yeah.
Anders probing on the edge of the box, fires it into Son. Good defending from LJR, steps in and wins the ball back. And Mo Salah will clear his lines for him. We're approaching half-time.
Yeah, that's why he's probably decided to keep the ball and be a bit more, well, I say, resort to game management a little bit. You don't want to give away the ball last minutes of the first half, almost did there. Just because, again, when you concede it in these moments, it's painful, to be honest. Just before half-time.
Nothing you can do about it as well sometimes. How many additional minutes are we going to get? Anders with the last chance to go in front at the break, leading.
Good step.
Driven
again.
pass into Van Dijk's path. But that high pressure pays off once again for the day. Lovely play on the edge of the box. It's Douglas Luiz action at the moment in the middle of the park.
See the goalkeeper movement there as well. Moved him from early, stood him in place as well.
Does LJR just go long here? See himself into half-time. 2-2 the scoreline. That he does. It's a switch of play, and that will do us. Ryan Peixoto, your thoughts after 45 minutes?
I think 2-2 is fair. You could maybe even argue LJR could be up by 1, I would say. But I feel like a 2-2 result right now is fair. Still a long way left in this game, halfway through it. And Anders, I know, will be upset that he was 2-0 up and now it's 2-2.
It's really, really interesting game. Let's have a look at those goals at the halfway point. I was just having a look at the team, actually. I was looking down to see who maybe could change it for either player at this moment. These were Anders' 2 goals to put him in front. And then the turning point in that game, 15 minutes in, Douglas Luiz stepping over the free kick. That Trivela Dross is on the money. And then from 25 to 45, there wasn't a lot of clear-cut chances. You had a look at those teams. Was there anything that you saw? I mean, Dalglish, probably not going to feature. Elise, we've not seen much of so far from LJR.
Yeah, I don't think it's... I was just curious, just checking, just to see potentially if the game does stick like this.
It's a lovely pass on the play along. LJR in on goal. Goes for the chip. It's heroic from Buffon to stand up to it. That's a big, big chance squandered in the opening stage of this second half. Anders teases his way forward. Since he conceded that second goal, Peixoto, you've got to say, has defended heroically.
Yeah, he's been incredible.
Gets right.
Yeah.
Sauer holding off Haaland.
Great build-up from LJR in this game.
And Leao's got the pace to get past Stam. Nice little McGeady cancel, couple of step-overs. Opens up the space in the hole for Douglas Luiz. That big pass.
It's very unlucky. Anders can counter here, though.
Oh, he's past the DMs now, isn't he? He's onto a back four, and that's all he's got to cope with.
One thing I'll say about Anders, maybe famous last words, he might actually score from this attack. Great play. Oh, it's beautiful.
What were you going to say?
Nothing. It's great play from Anders. I was actually going to say, I feel like a lot of the players, when it comes to the meta of the game, first-time through balls, wherever it is, you never really see that from Anders. Don't know if that could be to detriment of some of his games, but just look at the way he can just dissect his opponent. Yeah. First-time passes, choosing the right option every time. When
you look at that, he stepped with Van Dijk, and that was the one. As soon as he moves out and didn't win it.
And in the previous times, when he hasn't stepped, or when he does correctly with the right player, wins the ball back. The moment you make that one mistake against somebody like Anders,
opens up, and then you start panicking defensively.
Yeah, all over the place. I still wouldn't be too deflated if I was LJR. I feel like
played well.
Played extremely well. There's still options and a lot of time available to get back into it.
Yeah, this is the closest game we've seen from Anders. Obviously, we saw him against Abu Maka earlier on today in the quarter-finals.
Yeah.
But even when you look back at his group, he was top with a game to spare going into the last round. "55 minutes on the clock."
Great player lock again.
See this attack come through here. Eric Cantona into Sauer. That dink over the top doesn't come to anything. Let's head on over to FG in the audience. FG, who you got?
Thank you very much, Mr. Buckley. I'm joined by Jude. Jude, how you finding it? How you finding today?
Yeah, it's been a good day. Like, the players have been putting in like a lot of work, a lot of goals, a lot of good passing. Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win this game then between Anders and Peixoto?
I think LJR can come back in it and still win, I think.
Okay, and also I want to throw, before we throw back to Mr. Ryan Pessoa, who seems to find himself on the red list all the time. And what's been your best pack with FC25?
I packed Team of the Year Salah, so yeah.
How many wins do you get in the weekend league? More than Mr. Buckley?
Probably not.
He's being too modest, mate. All right, we're going to throw back to the commentary team.
Nice.
Thank you, mate.
That's a smart man right there.
Should have asked if it was more than FG.
It's not hard. Just got to require. Oh, he was speaking with Jude in the crowd. Not too much happening.
Anders.
He joins at the perfect time, and Anders has got the distance between him, leads 4 goals to 2.
It's a great goal. Can't wait to see the replay here for those at home, just to make you aware of just the way he picks the right passes here. Son, look at the way LJR steps here with Salah. Thinks that pass is there, cuts back in. Son's open. The touch back from where it came with Henry and then near post. Great finish.
Less exuberant celebrations this time around.
Yeah, as I said, there was a bit of a it was a grudge match in a way. But I don't even think it was maybe targeted at Abu Maka.
I also probably think when he looks at this game, it's much tighter. He went to
really
look, maybe he thought he could have got a third and a fourth, maybe the celebration comes out. But there was periods of this game, 25 to 45, where Peixoto was creating.
Yeah.
And could have gone in front. And he's still in this game.
100%. 100%.
Let's not count him out. It was 2-0 down and then equalised to make it 2-2. Just got to do the same again from 4-2 to 4-4, and we've got a tight game going into the last couple of minutes. However, Anders Vejrgang, like the apex predator, can probably smell blood in the water and thinks a 5th and a 6th books him a place in back-to-back FC Pro Open finals. We have fascinating final 15.
Great step again from Anders. He always seems, the moment he wins the ball, the main target are the strikers.
Yeah.
Just wants the ball to feet, whether it's to Henry or R9. Is that on side?
Still Hernandez.
Yes. You know me, Rich. I know the line, you know.
Linesman Pessoa had that flag up. You ever run the line?
Never. Well, you know, when you're a kid on the bench, you got to do it. Good step again. Unlucky there from LJR. It's very aggressive now. I feel like he has to. Last moments in the game. Well, not last moments. It's coming up to the last moments. You want to make sure that you have possession, because we saw the way Anders can sort of kill the clock.
Beautiful play in and around the box. Anders Vejrgang trying to tease that one through. Sauer does have the long ball pass plus in the locker.
Yeah,
Liao has got no chance of getting back up towards Liao there. This attack quite not over yet. Lovely driven pass. Cantona twisting, turning.
The shot cancels. Oh, it's lovely.
Unbelievable from Peixoto. The reversal has to go back into the space, and he's back in this game.
It's a great goal from LJR. He needed that as well. The shot cancel in the box was perfect because it would have been blocked. It was great defending from Anders initially. The driven pass there, you'll see Liao in the box. Cantona, this is where the magic happens. He shot cancels there, reverse elastico, and then a shot across the goalkeeper there. That's a massive goal. It's what, 15 minutes or so left, Richard, in this game.
Game on. Game well and truly on. So just have a little look at the chat there. It erupts. In Peixoto, celebration. 4 goals to 3. Anders Vejrgang leads. If you are just joining us, this is the semi-finals of the FC Pro Open 2025. The winner will play the Italian Oberon in our grand final. Taking home.
It's rushed that.
The trophy, the accolade, and $100,000. But who will be taking him on? Anders Vejrgang looks to go 5-3 up. What a tackle from Rudiger.
Great tackle. The pass there from Anders was timed to perfection as well.
Those play along once again, just proving pivotal. He doesn't have the right back to be able to contest with Liao and Tio. Cantona in the box. Harley comes across and bundles him off it. Did he overcomplicate it? I will ask Ryan as soon as this attack is finished, because at the moment there is no time to take your eyes off this.
Oh my goodness, I thought Anders was going to try and play a first-time pass. The chance in the box there is difficult because Anders sort of cuts the... He's got the defender between the goal there, so it's hard to get a shot at goal that you'd expect to go in.
You can't understate how impressive this game is right now.
Yeah.
2 of the best players on the planet going head-to-head is an unbelievable level that they're setting. The quarterfinals, there were some real big scorelines. Both semi-finals, super competitive, super tight. Anders comes forward once again. Thierry Henry.
Fakes the speed boost.
So many minute decision-making. Opportunities that are being teased and faked before a player actually commits to doing something. Sauer, player lock, straight down the middle of the pitch, into Cantona. Rafael Liao now tries to thread it through. The bundle off the ball, big chance for LJR. Down the byline, Sauer into Douglas Luiz. Does he have a ping pass into the box? Superb! Free time!
Fair enough.
Level game going into the final 6 minutes.
This second half, anytime LJR gets the ball in those areas, he's been looking so dangerous. You see the crowd as well in support of him. The player looks are sensational here. The fact he manages to get the space there with Liao, just triggering him and timing it perfectly, and then the near post green time shot. Magical.
For people who are watching this, maybe in this audience, people at home who aren't watching every single week, who aren't watching the virtual leagues, what does it actually take to get on that stage and play at this level?
For somebody like LJR, if it's speaking about him specifically, it's the decision making. A lot of people can get in those areas. It's not hard to get into the final third. It's just about making the right choices and in all important moments. A lot of people, again, look at the clock, you panic, you're spamming pass, and you're just hoping it goes through. He takes his time, makes the right choice, and a fantastic goal as well.
5 minutes left to play. Will we have a winner? Will we need extra time?
I'm actually sensing a winner, but I've been wrong with my predictions the whole of today. So.
You're all wrong. We said we're sure we're going to win about 3 months ago.
Ago, right? Yeah.
Didn't even make it to the finals.
Maybe I'm the jinx, I said Levy.
Anders has given LJR potentially the last chance in regulation time to win this ball game.
He's on
88 minutes on the clock.
I think for Anders, he has to play for last attack. You'd assume anyway, at least until you see how long's added on.
LJR this season hasn't been able to get a win on that stage against Anders Vejrgang. They were in the same group and Anders beat him on 2 separate occasions. Will it be revenge for LJR or will it be a repeat result for Anders Vejrgang?
+2.
There's only one way to find out, and we're going to see one final attack here from Anders Vejrgang. He waits for the clock to tick down. He triggers, runs forward.
Can't lose it.
Son into Gravenberch. Douglas Luiz, does he try and fire this ball through the pitch? He doesn't. Now he goes forward, can't go backwards. Son into Henry. The touch just didn't quite bring it under. We're going to extra time. Let's get a bit of applause for these two. This is an unbelievable game.
A fantastic game. I thought just at the end there, it was around the 90th minute with about a couple seconds gone. I feel like he could have played it down line. They wanted to wait just to make sure that if he did lose the ball, he couldn't be punished. And you can't really argue with that. We're going to see the goals again in this game. You spoke about Anders starting off very, very well. 2 minutes in, took the lead. 10 minutes in again, finds his way in the area, Green to the near post. But this is where LJR, the tide started to shift, Richard, from the free kick.
Yeah, it certainly did. 5 minutes later,
Look at that.
Eric Cantona, diving header. Cantona was his player to turn to in desperation. 51 minutes, 60 minutes, Anders got a 4th, and I think for a lot of people in here, for a lot of people online, Ryan, they thought Anders were going to sail away to victory, but it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, all of the goals in the second half were unbelievable. Just the way they worked and dissected their opponents. Again, there's a skill to that. It might look simple, but then you try it. And get in the champs, let alone. It's not easy.
It's a long extra time period, 9-minute halves. It feels, very rarely do we actually get to penalties because of the extra time, the length of it. Who's going to come out firing? Vitinha into Douglas Luiz.
Great keeper movement as well. Fantastic keeper movement. He knows that if he shoots across goal, it will be blocked. He has to move the keeper to the near post.
LJR Peixoto trying to create something from the corner. Wins the bundle versus Elise. Mohamed Salah. It's aggressive defending.
Wow.
Is it aggressive defending or is it perfect defending?
Can we get there? Just about.
Worrell's away from Rudiger. Couple of step overs, looks to accelerate into the space. As LJR looks for that first time over the top through ball that he's become so familiar for. Stepping out, stopping the finesse from Elise. R9, does he have a skill move in the locker? What can Anders cook up? Nothing on this occasion. As we go into
I thought it was going to be a penalty.
another attack for LJR Peixoto.
Look at the triggered run there.
Superb.
In behind.
Cantona in the space, waiting. Is he overplayed? Sauer with the chance to, and Anders takes it off her toe. There had to be a shot earlier.
A little bit too much there, and you're going to get punished like that against Anders.
Anders up against Van Dijk, and LJR is reckless defending. That's the only word for it with Theo Hernandez. Will he get punished for it? Yes, he will. Anders Vejrgang back in front. Should have scored at one end, concedes at the other.
That's how brutal FC competitive team can be. You make a mistake offensively there, straight down the other end. Anders with the composure and the decision making. You'll see here just a pass, first time into Henry. Gets a bit fortunate, to be honest, because Van Dijk does sort of get animated off the ball there.
Is this the best game level-wise we've seen on the stage this season?
100%. Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
The minute details,
Yeah.
the fakes, the player locks, utilising the play styles to perfection, the aggressive defending. It's all there.
It's the decision making for me that I have to keep honing in on. Again, for those at home, it looks easy because you're just choosing the right passes, the right moments to dribble and shoot. It's not easy at all.
This is LJR's best performance on the stage.
Oh yeah, his best performance against Anders this season. We've seen in the previous games where he lost, even 3-2. Anders, for me, right now is playing at his peak powers, but then LJR is matching him as well.
When you look at who he's beat today, Emre Yilmaz, that seems a long time ago.
Yeah.
He then took Stingray on, 4-3.
Yeah.
Now he's up against Anders. It's a gauntlet that he's had to get through. And if he was to beat Anders Vejrgang here, well and truly deserving of that grand final. But Anders will not lay down. He will not go without a fight, and he will look to come forward. Michael Elise, who stings the hands of Edwin van der Sar.
One thing I noticed as well, and obviously Anders has always been like this, but he doesn't play a lot. He doesn't do a lot of the creative runs off the ball. Nothing extraordinary. Just triggering runs, matching it, and making sure the timing is right. Green timing his shots and making them count. He's just so perfect without taking it up a level.
And for a lot of people, Peixoto he's a fantastic player, but we've not seen a lot of him in the, shall we say, sort of FC era.
Yeah, not in recent, yeah, agreed.
We're going to see a lot more of him this season.
100%. World Championship spot already, Virtual League as well. Still potentially a final if he manages to get back in.
Anders, who's dominated the FC era, goes 6-4 up with only 15 minutes of extra time to play.
That's a big goal. I was speaking potentially about a comeback. You never know, but a 2-goal lead going into the second half of extra time. You see the build-up, grabbing Birch. Emre Yilmaz is playing right, and takes the touch there. Doesn't green it, still goes in though. Precision shooting right into the corner. Look at him.
This game has got 2-0, 2-2, 4-2, 4-4, 6-4.
Okay, you think that you're sensing
and
about
has got 15 minutes to get 2 goals. To level it up 6 apiece. It's not a lot of time.
It's not a lot of time, especially in extra time, because you know Anders will just look to keep the ball. Not necessarily for the whole duration, it's impossible, but you can kill 3-4 minutes quite easily.
When you look at this bench, is there anyone to come on maybe and change the game for him? Elise.
Bon Mati.
Is now the time to throw the kitchen sink?
I don't think you go all out at the start. But then maybe you do. We'll see the goals in extra time. This is one to make it 5-4. Elise, that pass there from Son is great. Again, I still think it's quite lucky.
Yeah, Van Dijk should attack.
It is quite lucky, to be honest with you. I feel like it is. But then this goal, no elements of luck, just crucial build-up play, and then the passing. You just waited for him to change cursor, and then look, he's in no man's land. You kind of just sort of fluttering between who. Do you step? Do you try and track the run?
If that's the other way around, if it's Van Dijk who's stepping in to try and block that, does he get the block plus animation?
I think he does, yeah. But then he's already too deep into the box. It kind of gives the advantage to Anders. It's favourable.
But look at Anders from now compared to the Abu Maka game. It's almost different people.
Yeah, it is. But there was a grudge match. It was a grudge match, I'm telling you. It was for the Saudi fans.
And again, that won't be the last we see of that this season.
No.
I guarantee you. Just having a look, actually, I'm trying to see LJR's screen. If there is any changes being made, I think he's ready to go, by the looks of it. Let us know at home. Who wins this game? 15 minutes left to play. It is going to be a grandstand extra time period. "15 minutes. Everyone in this crowd, is Anders Vejrgang one of your grand finalists?"
They think so.
They think so.
It's hard to disagree, obviously. He's in the lead by 2, but I still, if LJR can get a goal in maybe the first 7 minutes, you never know. But 2 goals, the deficit to climb. You'll see, just look at Anders is going to slow the pace of this game down completely.
Another pause cued there from LJR.
This is what I mean. you're just chasing shadows, and before you know it, look, 3 minutes have gone already. I don't know who's throwing that is, but I think he got the nod of approval.
It quickly dwindles, doesn't it, at the time?
Yeah, he got the nod of approval. It's time to go all out. You have to. Now you do. I think at the start, maybe, I didn't know who would have kickoff, to be honest, at the start, but there's time left, but I just don't, I would back Anders to see it out.
You've done some pretty heroic comebacks in your time.
For and against.
I remember one at the, were it at the Gfinity Arena?
What, 2019?
Yep.
Yeah, insane comeback, I'll be honest.
So got that saved, don't you? Clipped.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Changes are being made right now. Just at a glance.
I'm just looking at the pep talk that he's given himself.
Yeah.
He knows.
If he can get to 115, 116 minutes, he probably knows it's game over.
I want to know whose throw this is, because I feel like that's important again. Because if Anders gets it and he's calm and composed, 3-4 minutes again, it's already on the 109th minute or so the time just ticks on.
Yeah, absolutely. What we've got coming up for you, Oberon in the grand final, ready and waiting to take on one of these two. It has been an unbelievable game of FC. I'm sure we'll all show our appreciation at the end of this game for these two competitors. Anders in possession. If you're an RB Leipzig fan, if you're an Anders Vejrgang fan, you're in pole position right now, but that pass just gives LJR a glimmer of hope. He's already done unbelievable feats in today's finals. But is it just one step too far? This ball gets knocked around at a leisurely pace for Anders Vejrgang. The press from LJR is intense. He's high up the pitch. That's going to fall Anders' way. And the Son wheels away. Does he look for another goal? Does he play the possession game? Son at the near post forces the save from Van der Sar. It's up, but it's not away. And LJR gets a chance.
Rushed it. But then I don't blame him either. I feel like you kind of have to.
Has to be rushed.
When you play against, that's what I'm saying, when you play against people that, or players that are time wasting a little bit there, rightly so, to be honest, you panic when you retrieve possession.
I mean, you're time wasting for $60,000.
Worth it, absolutely. Game management in this situation.
Everyone in here
100%
would see the clock down for $60,000.
100%. People do it for free on Champ.
To get terrible rewards as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting 88 plus picks, getting Endler.
An extra team of the week.
Endlessly.
People are keeping the ball.
Yeah.
And even here, just looking, you see the clock, it might be 5 seconds, but you just watch the replay and try and get as many seconds off the clock. It's a tough moment, though, for LJR, because I feel like he's played a great game.
So close, isn't it? On another day, it could be 6-4 the other way. Anders' closest shave so far in the knockouts. Coming to the hands of LJR Peixoto. Representing FC Lorient. As that's dinked over the top. Cantona brings it under, but can't get away from Erling Haalanders. Anders Vejrgang runs back to his own goal. I think he realises.
Who shouted that? Was that him?
That was Anders.
Yeah, Anders knows. Job done.
Talk to me about this game, Ryan.
Two of the highest, to me, it's the highest level from both competitors. We've seen it where it's one player's a blowout. Puma against Paulo Neto on Monday, 14-3 or whatever it was. We've seen top level from one player, but from both, I don't think we've seen it at this level. And Anders with a green time shot. And there's the celebration. He stands up and he taunts the crowd.
Anders Vejrgang. Back-to-back FC Pro Open Grand Finals. He lost in heartbreaking fashion last year against PhD. He's got a chance to go one step further and lift that trophy. A win on the other side for LJR Peixoto.
It's a round of applause situation for me. We'll see the goal here as well, just quickly. The green timed finesse into the corner. LJR's been superb. Genuinely, very good performance today. Not just in this game, but in the previous rounds, and to secure a spot at the World Championships later this season would have been one of the aims, and of course he managed to do that. But as you said, Anders, it's not a rematch. I would have loved to see a rematch, but he's up against somebody of equal level, Oberon.
And there you have it, full-time. Anders Vejrgang, full-time result, 7-4 against LJR Peixoto. You can hear the round of applause in this arena for both of these two players. An unbelievable feat. And Anders marches into the grand final